Jones from Edward Jones joins us now live at 5. He's got some advice for grandparents out there. Financial gifts for the grandkids.
Yes, that's true.
It can certainly help the kids out in the future in life, but also help out the grandparents with some of their taxes potentially.
Yeah, it can. It's really a win-win situation. Grandparents' Day is actually coming up here on September 9th. So instead of looking at grandparents getting gifts, this is kind of a good way to, maybe it's better to give than to receive. But yeah, there's different ways you can participate as grandparents. One would be to set up, if they think the grandchild is going to have an interest in college for education purposes, there's a 529 college savings plan that can be set up.
There are a lot of benefits with that.
Yeah, there really are. That would be specifically used for someone who's going to use the money to go towards qualified college expenses. If the money is used for qualified education expenses, therefore when the money comes out, it could be tax-free. So therefore it can amount to a lot, because this way it reduces the amount of student loans.
And I understand with some of these other plans, there's a maximum limit of what you can put in for like 401k for a year and other types of things. But with 529s, it's pretty liberal.
There's a lot more generous capability to contribute. Plus another thing too, someone might say, well, what if the grandchild doesn't go to college? If there's more than one grandchild, if by chance you set it up for somebody and they decide not to go to school, you could substitute the money and put another grandchild's name on that. So that way the money would be used. But there's also other ways to go. You can set up, another way would be if somebody owns stock in a company, they could donate shares of stock and open up what's called a custodial account, or a Uniform Gifts to Minors Act, and then that stock could be used as a gift.
In addition to obviously the financial benefit, that might get the kids interested in finances a little bit as well.
Very true. A lot of times young people have an interest in certain companies and the products or what they market or the services they provide. So if you gave one of your grandchildren a stock of a company, that could be something that might start them to develop an interest in investing, and also be a good start for putting money away for the future.
Well, we talk about the Dow and NASDAQ and all that, and points up and down, and really a lot of folks don't have a big understanding of it, but you maybe give that seed to a grandchild and they're going to learn a lot.
Yeah, the good thing about that too, if you do it when they're young, you're putting the money away for a longer period of time. And to me, when you invest for more than 10 years, you always stand a much better chance to be successful. So the longer term you've got to do it in, the more likely you'll be successful. So again, stock, plus when a parent gives away or a grandparent gives away stock, it reduces the amount of taxes they would have to pay on it. And when the minor goes to sell the stock, of course, they're not going to be in much of a tax bracket.
You financial guys always talk about the benefits of compounding interest and what magic that it is.
Yeah, if you look at stocks going back to 1900, there's been studies on the effects of dividends. And if you look at dividends, what they can do as far as on the total return of stock, on the return side, dividends can actually account for up to 40% of the total return of what the stocks can do.
It just piles on top of each other and hopefully adds up to a big nest egg at the end.
Compounding is a very important aspect in building for the future.
Well, some good things to think about. How can folks reach you at Edward Jones?
Thank you very much, Alan. My office is located at 1005 West St. Marge Drive here in St. Joseph, right behind the Chamber of Commerce, but we also have roughly 7 or 8 other locations to serve the St. Joseph community.
For the most part, it's good days in the financial world. The economy's doing okay.
Yeah, the numbers are looking better. They think there's going to be more growth, not just domestically, but on a global basis. Inflation so far remains somewhat tame, and it looks like growth in the economy is going to continue on for a while at a pretty good pace.
Full steam ahead. All
we
right,
hope
Chris
so.
Jones from Edward Jones, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Alan.
You bet. Well.